Hey, what's going on, y'all? Just had the quick revelation for y'all real quick. Just want to say that we had a really awful storm last night, and it was, lightning, thunder, everything, rain coming down real hard. And God brought this to my attention as I'm sitting here this morning looking at the result of that storm. And what he brought to my attention is that storms always pass. So storms always pass. So think about that in the spiritual sense, that we're going to go through storms in our life. We're going to have things that come against us. We have things that we're dealing with in everyday life that we consider a storm in our life, but realize that storm has to pass. And then the other thing you got to think about is that how prepared are you for that storm? Like, how prepared are you to deal with that storm? Did you hear the thunder, before and say, well, it's just thunder, it's not going to be a big storm? Or did you see the lightning in the sky and say, not going to be a big storm or anything? And then not even, prepare yourself for that storm, not even think about that storm. Did you go inside your house? If you knew that the wind was coming, did you board up the windows with the boards and everything? How prepared were you for that storm? In the case of the spiritual sense, there's sometimes warning signs that you see and you get, and God will say, well, this is coming down your path, and why don't you read this in the Word, and he'll communicate that to you, that's what you need to study at that time, and then you don't open up your Bible, or you have decided that you're not going to go to church, or you decided, well, I haven't prayed for today, but I don't really need to pray, whatever. So then you don't prepare for that storm, and that storm comes, and you haven't prayed, you haven't been in the Word, you haven't been in church, and you haven't done anything to prepare yourself. So when that storm, shows up, you are caught unaware. You're caught in this, you're caught in saying, well, here's a storm, but I don't know what to do. And so it's like being caught out in the field when there's a really bad storm where there's lightning and thunder and everything, and you're in the field and you're just there, and what happens is that you were caught unaware. You didn't plan for shelter. You didn't look for any way to get out of the storm. You didn't know what to do when the storm came. So you just sat in the storm, in the field, in the open field, with the thunder, with the lightning, and you may get through that storm, but it's much harder to get through if you are unprepared for that storm. So just think about that. Think about those two things, that A, storms do pass, and B, are you preparing for the storm? And not mean prepared in fear, meaning are you doing the things that you need to do in order to, when that storm comes, that you are not caught off guard, that you immediately can look at that storm and say, you know what, I'm not dealing with that storm right now. That storm is not a concern to me. I prepared, I know what to do. I'll just go out and calm the storm, just like Jesus did when he was on the boat and crossing the water. Just say, storm, you can't bother me, because I already know that I have the victory over you. And then that's the way you deal with that. And then you can look at that storm and say, you're going to pass. On the other side of that storm, there's going to be sunshine. There's going to be a blessing on the other side of that storm that you're dealing with. And that storm cannot affect you, and that storm will not get you down, and that you will always come out victorious in that storm. So think about those things as you're going through life. Know this video is kind of long, but there's two things that I just wanted to go over real quick, and I hope this video blesses everybody, and have a great day. I love y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye.